Previously on Sailing Aquarius, we come to Colombia and visit Santa Marta, where we hike and go to the waterfalls and enjoy Santa Marta City, which we love. A little heartbroken, we left Colombia, as we spent only few days and had to leave. To make matters worse, we have about 330 miles to go and absolutely no wind. But we have no choice. We're barely making in time to get to Panama and pick up my mother. And also, we have a storm. So we on our sail to Panama, and this is all just a storm. And Kenny was pretty scared.
I'm not scared, but I was afraid that some of our stuff might get damaged by lightning. So we steered through it. You can see where we steered around the heavy part and right through using radar. And now it looks like the sun's coming out in front of us. You can actually see that on radar. So I feel like I can finally use the radar now. One more thing checked off my list.
Motoring is very different than sailing. Not only you're burning your gas and running the engine, but also it feels so much different, and we felt it. Especially our captain was not happy. Time was going slow and uneventful, and to be honest, we even didn't film that much, except few highlights were Ken catching tuna and a big dredging boat next to Aquarius, and those were already very close to Panama. Are they digging a treasure?
Kind of. I think they're just getting sand.
Just a sand?
That's a treasure to some people.
It was very unusual to see such a big ship so close to Aquarius. After almost 74 hours, we reached Linton Bay Marina, where we stayed for a couple of days. We had one day for ourselves and we decided to visit Portobello. To get there, we had to use one of those chicken buses. They are always busy and always playing loud music. In Portobello, we visited Fort San Lorenzo, which is pretty spectacular and there is a lot to see. There are two parts of it. Linton Bay Marina is surrounded by national parks, which are really awesome, and besides roaring monkeys in the morning, we have beautiful views. But other than that, it's so far away from everything. Next day is a busy day. We have to go to Portobello, check in, take a bus to Cologne, rent a car, and go to the airport to pick up my mom. But before, exercise.
Pusa!
The morning bus got really busy with all the school children and people going to work. So Noonside is our trusted source. Every time we go to new country, we research how much and where we have to pay. What we find out about Panama, that there are no strict regulations, and it might depend who you go to. You might end up paying $105 per person, so-called Yachty visa, although Americans and Lithuanians have 90-day visa-free stay. So we thought, hey, we're going to airport to pick up my mom anyways, so we can get our free visas in the airport. So we took 72 hours stamp and we head off to Cologne to rent a car and pick up my mom. At the airport, we successfully picked up my mom, but no one agreed to stamp our passports, so we ended up going in circles, multiple migration entities, and still ended up paying $105 per person. Is this a discrimination against sailors? I wish I knew rules were more clear in Panama, so we knew that in advance, and at least it would have saved us some time. After wasting a bunch of time trying to figure out Panama check-in legalities, we headed off to Panama City and we went into the high-rise area. We were quite tired, plus we had 3+ hours drive back to Marina, so we did not last it long. Next day, already with my mom, took off to Panama City. Leaving from remote Linton Bay Marina, we hit traffic. It happens everywhere.
What was that?
Wow.
One of our first stops, Panama Canal, Miraflores locks. Panama Canal is considered the eighth wonder of the world. And at least personally me, I went there without big expectations, mainly wanted to see from outside what to expect when we will be transitioning via canal. But I can say I was really impressed to see how everything works. So, what they do, there are usually one big and one or up to three small ships in the locks at the same time. So when the ship's positioned in the locks, the back gate closes, then water is leveled through underground pipes, all done with gravity, no pumps involved. Watch those ships sink in deep until the water is leveled out. Then, when the water level is the same in both locks, bell rings and I open the gates while Ken is navigating their cargo ship throughout the canal. Okay, just kidding. Actually, they figured out the way how to operate the canal without us. So, when the bell sounds, gates are being opened and the ships move the next section. To cross Panama Canal from Pacific towards Caribbean or Atlantic side or opposite way, there are a total of 3 sets of locks, and in between there is an artificial Gaton Lake, but you will find out so much more if you will follow us and watch our Panama Canal transitioning video. Also, in the same visitor center, they had a pretty cool movie how the canal was built and what effort it took. Also, they have a quite cool interactive expo, and I definitely would suggest if you are visiting Panama, you should visit this canal visitor center. Just outside from Panama Canal Visitor Center, we were greeted by rain and some very interesting animals. From there, we took off to Panama Old Town, Casa Viejo, which had really nice vibe, even if it was rainy. To be absolutely truthful, there were some areas where Ken resisted navigation guidelines and didn't cross the street because it looked a little sketchy. But inside the downtown, it's really nice. We didn't feel endangered, well, except a couple of holes in the sidewalks. Well, more than a couple. But other than that, it's really cool in there. What did you get?
Got a Panamanian hat
Panamanian in
made in
Panama.
Ecuador, by the
Really?
way.
Really?
Yes.
Old Town is really nice and charming even on a rainy night, but Panorama is absolutely breathtaking. After a full day of exploring fun, it was time to say goodbyes to Rokas. He took off with his adventures and quickly disappeared in busy Panama streets. And we settled for a short rest before a 3-hour drive back to Marina. Next on Sailing Aquarius, we visit beautiful San Blas archipelago, say goodbye to my mom, say hello to Jay, who's gonna teach us kite surfing. Join us!